play. Since it's kind of just the first day after basketball, I'm kind of like in the process of just resting.
The WNBA just hit a breaking point that no one saw coming, and it's centered around a collision that was felt across the entire sports world. When Chennedy Carter blindsided Caitlin Clark with a shoulder check that sent the rookie sprawling, it wasn't just a hard foul, it was the spark that ignited a massive internal war within the league. People are calling it a hit job, while others see it as the old-school WNBA making a statement. But as the dust settles, the rumors are swirling that Commissioner Cathy Engelbert has finally seen enough. There's a growing whisper behind the scenes that Carter's days of stepping onto the hardwood might be numbered, as the league faces immense pressure to protect its multi-million-dollar investments. But if you think Chennedy is staying quiet about these accusations, you couldn't be more wrong. She's firing back, and her target isn't just the league office. It's Caitlin Clark herself. The tension started long before the opening, tip-off of that fateful game between the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever. From the moment Caitlin Clark was drafted, there was a target on her back, and everyone knew it was only a matter of time before someone decided to test her. Chennedy Carter, known for her explosive talent and even more explosive temper, was the one to pull the trigger. After a heated exchange that the cameras barely caught, Carter waited for the ball to be out of play before launching herself into Clark's side. The impact was jarring, and the silence that followed in the arena was deafening. What was originally called a simple common foul was quickly reviewed and upgraded by the league to a flagrant one, but the damage was already done. The narrative had shifted from basketball to a personal vendetta, and the commissioner was forced into a corner she never wanted to be in. Behind the scenes, the WNBA is in a state of panic because the league's skyrocketing ratings are tied directly to the Caitlin Clark effect. When your biggest star is being targeted in a way that looks more like a sanctioned hit than a basketball play, the sponsors start calling. Rumors have surfaced that the league office held an emergency meeting to discuss Carter's future, with some insiders suggesting a shadow ban or a lengthy suspension is on the table to set an example. They know that if the physicality continues to escalate, they risk losing the very audience that just started watching. But the commissioner is playing a dangerous game. If she comes down too hard on Carter, she risks alienating the veteran players who feel that Clark is receiving special treatment and hasn't paid her dues yet. This divide is creating a toxic atmosphere that threatens to tear the locker rooms apart. To understand why the ban rumors are being taken so seriously, you have to look at Chennedy Carter's track record, which is littered with red flags. This isn't a one-time incident for her, it's a pattern of behavior that has seen her bounce from team to team, despite her undeniable skill. Back in 2021, she was suspended indefinitely by the Atlanta Dream for a conduct issue that was never fully explained but reportedly involved a locker room confrontation with a teammate. She was eventually traded and later waived by the Los Angeles Sparks, a move that left many wondering if she was simply uncoachable. Now, with the Chicago Sky, she seemed to have found a home until this latest controversy. The league is looking at her history and asking themselves if she is a liability they can no longer afford to carry, especially when she's seen as the primary antagonist to the league's golden girl. As the heat intensified, Carter didn't go into hiding. Instead, she took to social media to air her grievances, and her comments were nothing short of a direct attack on Clark's reputation. On the Threads app, Carter engaged with fans who were criticizing her, at one point asking what Clark actually brings to the IA table besides three-point shooting. She essentially minimized the rookie's entire skill set, implying that the media hype surrounding Clark is unearned and manufactured. Carter's stance is that she is being unfairly villainized for playing tough basketball, while Clark is being coddled by the refs and the league office. She's even gone as far as to suggest that the narrative is being manipulated to make her look like the bad guy just because she doesn't fit the marketable image the WNBA wants to project right now. But she's not alone in this fight. The Chicago Sky locker room has rallied around her in a way that has shocked many observers. Angel Reese, another high-profile rookie with a history of rivalry with Clark, was seen on the bench cheering after Carter's hit. This has led to accusations that the Chicago Sky are intentionally leaning into a villain persona. They feel like they are the outsiders, the gritty team that doesn't get the same media love or private jets that Clark's team does. This us-against-the-world mentality is making it harder for the commissioner to step in without appearing biased. The league is now split into two camps: those who want the game to remain physical and authentic, and those who realize that the WNBA's survival depends on protecting the stars who bring in the revenue. And right now, the commissioner is leaning toward the latter, which has Carter feeling like she's being pushed out of the league she fought so hard to return to. The speculation about a permanent ban intensified when reports leaked of a heated phone call between the Sky's management and the league office. Sources claim that the commissioner's office was disgusted by the lack of remorse shown after the game, particularly during the post-game press conference where Carter refused to even acknowledge Clark by name. This lack of professionalism is being used as grounds to explore disciplinary actions that go beyond a simple fine. In the WNBA's bylaws, there are clauses regarding conduct detrimental to the league, and with the eyes of the world on this specific rivalry, the definition of that clause is being stretched to its limits. Carter is essentially being told to fall in line or get out, but her supporters argue that this is a double standard that wasn't applied to players in previous eras who were known for their enforcer roles. The fallout has also reached the broadcast booths and sports talk shows, where the debate has turned into a cultural firestorm. Some analysts are calling for Carter to be removed from the league entirely, arguing that her presence is a ticking time bomb that will eventually lead to a serious injury. They point to the fact that Clark is already being hounded by defenders in a way that borders on harassment, with Carter's hit being the most extreme example. On the other side, former players are coming to Carter's defense, saying that the softness of the modern game is the real problem. They claim that the league is trying to Disney-fy the WNBA to satisfy new viewers who don't understand the history of the sport. But this isn't just about toughness anymore. It's about the financial future of women's professional basketball. What makes this situation even more explosive is the rumor that several veteran players have a secret pact to make Clark's first season as difficult as possible. If this is true, Carter was simply the first one to get caught in the act. The commissioner is reportedly investigating whether there was any coordination behind the physicality, as a bounty-style system would be grounds for immediate and permanent bans for everyone involved. While no hard evidence has surfaced yet, the optics are terrible. Every time Clark is knocked down, the cameras immediately zoom in on the opposing bench to see who's laughing. It's a level of scrutiny the WNBA has never dealt with, and the league's infrastructure is struggling to keep up with the demands of a 24-hour news cycle that thrives on this kind of drama. Carter's defense team, and yes, it's rumored she's already consulting legal counsel, is preparing to fight any move to ban or suspend her. Their argument is centered on the fact that physical play is part of the game's DNA, and that punishing her for a hard foul is a violation of her right to work. They are pointing to historical clips of legendary players who were much more aggressive than Carter and never faced banishment threats. This legal threat is likely the only thing keeping the commissioner from pulling the trigger right now. However, the pressure from the league's new broadcast partners, who are paying record amounts for TV rights, cannot be ignored. They want a clean product, and Carter's brand of basketball is anything but. clean. The drama reached a new peak when Carter's teammates started accusing the league of protecting the white girl at the expense of the black athletes who have been the backbone of the WNBA for decades. This has turned a basketball dispute into a racial and cultural debate that the league is desperate to shut down. By blaming Clark for the special treatment she receives, Carter has tapped into a deep-seated resentment within the league. She's essentially saying that Clark isn't just a rival on the court, but a threat to the culture of the WNBA itself. This blame game has ensured that every time these two teams meet, it won't be about points or rebounds. It will be about survival and a clash of ideologies. As the commissioner weighs her options, the world is watching to see if she will prioritize the integrity of the game or the safety of the star. If Carter is allowed to continue without a major punishment, it sends a signal that the new era isn't as protected as people thought. But if she is banned, it creates a martyr for the old-school players and could lead to a player strike or a massive internal revolt. The WNBA is at a crossroads, and the decision made regarding Chennedy Carter will define the league for the next decade. Whether she's on the court or banned to the sidelines, her impact on the game is undeniable, but it might not be the kind of impact the league wanted. The next few weeks will reveal if this was just a hard foul or the beginning of the end for one of the league's most polarizing talents. The real question is, can the WNBA handle the fire it's currently playing with? Or will it all go up in smoke because of a single shoulder check? Everything is on the line, and the clock is ticking for Carter, Clark, and the commissioner herself. Whatever happens next, the boring WNBA is officially dead, replaced by a high-stakes drama that has no script and no easy exit for anyone involved. But as the rumors of a league-wide crackdown grow louder, one thing is certain. The world will be tuning in to see who's left standing when the final whistle blows. And for Chennedy Carter, that whistle might be coming sooner than she ever expected, whether she's ready for it or not. The battle lines have been drawn, and the blame is being shifted in every direction. But the reality is that the league is changed forever. Is this the growth the WNBA wanted? Or is it the start of its most toxic era yet? Only time will tell, but the pressure has never been higher. This entire situation has opened a Pandora's box of questions regarding how the WNBA handles its rising popularity. For years, the league begged for the kind of attention it's getting now, but they didn't anticipate the level of hostility that would come with it. Chennedy Carter has become the lightning rod for this hostility, a player whose aggressive style has always walked a fine line between competitive and dangerous. When she leaned into Clark on that inbound play, she wasn't just committing a foul, she was testing the league's resolve. The commissioner's reaction, which many believe is leading toward an unprecedented ban, is a desperate attempt to regain control of a narrative that is spinning out of orbit. Carter's refusal to back down and her decision to publicly blame Clark for the surrounding circus only makes the situation more volatile. She believes she's being silenced for being her authentic self, while Clark is being elevated to a status she hasn't earned through sweat and years in the league. This sentiment is more common in the WNBA than many fans want to admit. There is a palpable sense of frustration among veterans who built the league with no chartered flights and low salaries, only to see a rookie walk into a world of luxury and massive endorsement deals. Carter is the voice of that frustration, but her method of delivery, a blindsided shoulder check, has given the league the perfect excuse to push her out. The rumors of a ban aren't just about one play. They are about cleaning up the image of the league for a new generation of viewers who have no patience for locker room drama or on-court bullying. If Carter is indeed banned, it will set a legal precedent that could change the way professional sports leagues discipline their players. It would move the needle from sportsmanship to brand management, and that's a shift many are uncomfortable with. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark remains in the middle of a storm she didn't ask for. While she has remained mostly professional in her public comments, the weight of being the target for every enforcer in the league is starting to show. If the league doesn't act on Carter, it risks Clark getting seriously hurt, which would be a financial disaster for everyone involved. But by blaming Clark for the chaos, Carter has successfully shifted the conversation. It's no longer just about her foul. It's about whether Clark's presence is fair to the rest of the league. This is the masterstroke of Carter's social media campaign, making herself the victim of a system that favors a specific type of star. As we look toward the future, the WNBA must decide what kind of league it wants to be. Is it a place for fierce, unfiltered competition? Or is it a carefully curated entertainment product where the stars are protected at all costs? The fate of Chennedy Carter will provide the answer. If she is banned, the league is choosing safety and marketability. If she stays, it's choosing the grit and the rivalry that has made basketball a contact sport for over a century. But with the commissioner being pressured by high-level stakeholders, the writing seems to be on the wall. Carter's time as a rebel in the WNBA might be coming to a shocking end, and she's making sure that if she goes down, she's taking the league's golden girl down with her in the court of public opinion. The fallout from this will be studied for years as the moment the WNBA truly grew up, for better or for worse. The world is watching, and the next move belongs to the commissioner. Will she drop the hammer? Or will she let the rivalry burn even hotter? The stakes have never been higher, and the outcome will change.